So, a dull razor blade can actually be just as dangerous, in some cases, even more dangerous than a very sharp razor blade. Razors get dull, and electric shavers are not immune to a problem either. And where I'm getting at is how this becomes more dangerous when it gets dull than when it is sharp is simple. As we make our passes shaving, and it gets duller and duller with each swipe, that's how it works. You go and you feel and you're like, oh gosh, I didn't do that good of a job. Your first instinct is to press down harder to get that shave. I'm guilty of it, all right? But what that means is the harder you dig, the more likely you are to nick yourself, cut yourself, or take a decent chunk of skin off with it. All right, because it's not dull evenly across the blade. That's something else to consider. So as you push down over here in the corners where it hasn't gotten as dull, is going to dig in a little further. And typically, my experience, that's an area that actually does the nicking right there. And also depends on how flat and level the blade is on your scalp. It doesn't have to be on your scalp. This principle applies to your face and neck as well. Now, if you use electric shavers, how you're not, safe from dull blades when they start to get dull is you tend to do the same thing. Either try and overshave, shave harder is the term I like to use, which is not right because this is like brushing your teeth. But as you make more passes or you do the same thing, you push down harder on with the shaver on your head. It irritates it. So you're going to start to look red. It's going to be irritated. It might even burn. So this is why a little public service announcement, if you will, that a when you are shaving and you're not getting as good of shave as you used to, doing the same amount of work, same amount of pressure, it's time to change the blades. Trust me, you'd rather spend a couple of bucks, especially like if you're using Harry's or Dollar Shaves Club now. If you're using Gillette, Mach 3s, whatever, those are going to get a little bit more expensive to replace. You're going to save time because you're not going to have to make as many passes. You're not going to have to shave as much to get your good, clean result. So it saves you time, saves you potentially nicking yourself and cutting yourself, and replacing the blades is just part of standard maintenance when you're shaving and your grooming regimen. It really is. So what I want you to know is a dull razor blade is as dangerous, if not more dangerous, than a sharp one.